Hello, Senior Stoner fan. Just the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco Peak dab of the day. Today is Thursday. Good morning, everybody. A question. What's worse? Aiming too high and not achieving it? Aiming too low and achieving it? Let's discuss. Definitely two different paths. Many people are happy both ways. It's interesting because even if you achieve your goals, did you really achieve in your eyes what you wanted to, or achieve a lot even in that matter? You know, there's an old saying, you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. So if it's a low goal, you got to think that you maybe didn't maximize your potential. Think about it. If it's a low goal, you really didn't stretch. You really didn't try. You kind of slid in. It's okay. But it doesn't take and capitalize on the things you have to offer as a human being. It doesn't take and challenge you. And it doesn't put risk or any difficulty into it. You kind of slid in. Well, it's interesting because you slid in, you might be the same convenience-wise, ease of sliding in as someone who sets the goal really high but isn't able to attain the goal and is only able to get 97%. Think about this. The person set the goal up here, only achieved here, but it's high compared to there is no goal. We kind of slid in at 35. You don't even a very low number on the scale of 1 to 100 because it was there and it was convenient. And look, I understand. Okay? You can say you won if you hit the 100. But would you rather be a little dog in a big pound or a big dog in a little pound? Think about it. They're two distinct choices. In real estate, they say that if you buy a small house in a big neighborhood, your house is going to appreciate. But if you buy a big house in a small neighborhood, might not. I guess it's like the most expensive house on the block versus the least expensive house on the block. Interesting, right? Maybe it's the same with interpersonal situations. Maybe it's the same for the people who live at the height, at the peak, on the edge, and those of us that kind of live in the rocking chair, in the hammock. I try not to stress myself. I think a lot of people live up here. I know that my wife and my son work incredibly difficult, hard jobs. My son's a civil engineer. He builds billion-dollar bridges for a living. He's building one now, finishing the lift of these three 90-ton spans of steel that are worth $20 million each. That's an incredible responsibility. So he's at the top, okay? I'm not there, all right? I don't have to challenge myself like that. He's young, hyper intelligent, driven. He wants to be like that. Well, it's okay to be either way. We are snowflakes. We're human, individual. There's nothing wrong. Either way, it's okay. So you have to think about it like this. If you're a professional golfer, I'm guessing you're on the driving range all the time, on the putting green all the time. You're practicing constantly because golf is literally a game of millimeters in your stance. Because you're 300 yards away, you change your stance by that much, you could be feet away on the pin. It's just a game of angles and extrapolation. Okay, you got to be really good. There are other games, other things out there. Kickball, for example. Think about it. Cage ball with the balls bigger than you. You don't have to be that good. You can play and have fun. It's a team sport. Do you have to be good? No, you have to push it in the right direction. All right, so there's a big difference between the skill level of those people. But there's a big difference in what they want to do possibly also. Doesn't mean that somebody who plays kickball or cage ball is a fool, an idiot, or a good for nothing at all. And it doesn't mean that person that's playing golf is a super genius. What it means is that they've taken different paths and they've chosen different levels of complexity in their lives, different levels to achieve to. You know, it's funny. I've talked in the past about if you don't study to get A's, you won't get C's. So true. But in this type of situation I'm talking about now, there's no grading. It's personal. It's where do you want to be? I want to be at the pond in a chair with no pain, distracted, catching fish. I'm not kidding. I don't want to be on a luxury Cadillac, driving on the highway with a suit and tie on, looking at my paper saying, where's my next stop? I don't want to do that anymore. Thank God I don't have to. So it's really, really, really important that you realize that times in your life, timing's everything. You don't have to do these things anymore. If you're past the threshold in your life for whatever reason, don't worry about it. If you're not past the threshold in your life, then you know that it's important to still be focused on maximizing, capitalizing, and really getting the most out of yourself. So you guys all know where you are and what you're doing. Be happy with it. The senior stoner just wants to uncover all the angles, if that makes any sense. Let's take our dab of the day and remember that either way you choose the complex way to live, you choose the easy way to live, it can be your choice. You can take control of your life. You choose how much stress you want to give yourself. You choose how much complexity you want in your life. If you want it to be simple, leave things well enough alone. If you want it to be more exciting and complex, challenge yourself, light it up, and see what happens, because you never know. Let's take our dab. You know, if people weren't intelligent beings, if we didn't think, none of this would be important. But because we think, we might think the wrong things. So what I try to do is bring people to a central point, if that makes any sense. I feel bad that we'd be over here worrying, over here freaking out. So what I'm trying to do is contain things and bring them to the center. If you like today's video, please subscribe and enjoy your day. Cheers. Nothing like a great Puffco Peak dab of the day. Cheers, everybody.